how we start this story off? Who in the chat? Who in the chat? Press 69 in the chat if you feel like you had a rough week. Press 69 in the chat if you felt like you had a rough week, man. Let me hit my music. A lot of people in the chat are typing 69. A lot of y'all must have lost y'all parlay in the Knicks game. Spurs fans in the chat, sorry to hear that. So this is how I'm gonna say it. The reason I'm saying spam 69 in the chat if you've had a rough week or a rough day, because whatever rough day that you think you had, Ubisoft has had it 3 times worse, nigga. Today, what up, Dooms? June 10th, 2026. I learned that Ubisoft had layoffs in not just 1, not just 2, but 3 separate studios that span the fucking globe. Get your passport out, chat. We're taking global L's. There were layoffs at Ubisoft Barcelona. There were layoffs at Ubisoft Winnipeg. And there were layoffs at Ubisoft Belgrade. This is coming fresh off of their announcement of Assassin's Creed Resync. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that remake is gonna save this company. And I'm gonna take it even further. I love Rayman, but Rayman does not sell. What's the stock price? Oof. That's a good question. Oh Lord, down 5% today. Ladies and gentlemen, you can own a piece of Ubisoft, the company. Reach into your pocket right now. Where's my wallet? Right here. Let me open my wallet. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see that? Right here. It costs $1. It costs $1 to own a piece of Ubisoft. Ladies and gentlemen, I own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. I own 10 stocks in Ubisoft right now, nigga. This is what happens when you don't fucking listen to your audience. Y'all make Assassin's Creed every fucking day. Every day. Assassin's Creed Japan. Assassin's Creed Milwaukee. Assassin's Creed Singapore. Assassin's Creed the Netherlands. Assassin's Creed I Walk My Dog. I don't know. Just doing shit. And then you got Far Cry. Far Cry Asleep. Far Cry Your Mama. Far Cry at the coffee shop. And we're not buying it. And it doesn't matter how many times. Why my music turn on? It don't matter how many times I don't buy something. They keep making it. That's the funny part, bro. It don't matter how many times I choose not to buy something. They keep fucking making it, bro. Like, please try this shit out, bro. We got a Goku skin in Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, because that's why I booted up the tactical shooter. I booted up a tactical shooter that involves military and SWAT units from across the world, the most elite soldiers, Army Rangers, Navy SEALs, so that I can play as Naruto with a G36 and a red dot. What the fuck are you talking about, man? And then they put out, what's that bullshit? X Defiant. They made a first person shooter that had they made a first person shooter with no skill based matchmaking. You know what else they made? It had no anti-cheat. They made the first person shooter with no anti-cheat and no skill based matchmaking. Wow. Yeah, the COD killer. So, by the way, this is not financial advice, because let's get something straight, you bitch ass niggas. Somebody gonna watch this shit and say, ooh, this shit $1. Maybe I should cop some stock in Ubisoft. This is not financial advice. You lose your money at your own fucking risk. Because I'm gonna be honest. I think Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced will sell okay. But that's not gonna save the company, and Rayman's not either. I actually genuinely love Rayman and I love platforming games, but it's just a game that, like, for some reason, outside of the 90s, it never culturally appealed to people. I'm definitely shorting this tomorrow morning. Yo, chill. So, I mean, I don't even need to read these articles. We know why they're failing. The 2014 incident with Watch Dogs. They lied about the graphics. Constant lawsuits of workplace harassment, SA. Hard-headed CEO, family-owned business that just refuses to admit that they don't got it no more, man. They don't got it no more. At this point, Ubisoft is Shaq on the Celtics, Jordan on the Wizards, Scottie Pippen on the Blazers. You gotta hang up the jersey, man. You gotta hang it up. I'm not gonna rag on them too much longer, man, because it's like kicking a. They're already down. Like, how much more can we kick them? You know. Fox for the Spurs. That's fucking funny, dude. No, jokes aside, though, it's not cool to see people lose their jobs. Real shit. Just if I could have a real moment, it's never cool to see people lose their jobs. But unfortunately, this is all a result of their poor decision making. And the worst part is they just had a conglomerate invest like $1 billion in them, Tencent. Where that's my next question. Where did that $1 billion go? Can anybody explain that to me? Did the CEO of Ubisoft just pocket the money? Why didn't you pay your employees? Like, I don't know. If somebody gave me $1 billion, I feel like I'd be okay. But then who knows? Maybe Ubisoft is in a worse financial state than we thought. Matter of fact, they probably are. That's why they're having these layoffs. I mean, it costs $1.06 to buy a stock in Ubisoft. They're down 7% over the last 5 days. Over the last month, they're down 6%. Over the last 6 months, they're down 25%. Over the last year, they're down 50%. Over the last 5 years, they down, oh my God, almost 100%. And over their lifetime, 80% total. This is crazy. Do you know how bad financially you have to be doing for somebody to look at your books over a lifetime and say you're down 80% total? This company sucks, man. That shit is fucking funny. And, you know, sometimes, you know, I sit on the stream and I feel like people are too negative and they rag on companies a little bit too much. But if there are 3 companies that I'm 100% on y'all side that deserve it, Ubisoft, you did it to yourself. Activision, EA, you niggas can eat a dick, bro. Could have had Dispatch, by the way. Really? Dispatch was supposed to be a Ubisoft game? They pitched it to him and they told him no? They could have had Expedition 33. That one game, I heard that shit, that demo was fire. The 1666 game. They could have had that shit too, the new Witch game. Pathetic. Fucking pathetic, man. I don't know what to say. They also lost the original Hex. Unfortunate, man. Hopefully the people that did get laid off, they find jobs and get back on their feet. I would like to see, I think this could be, before I move on, I think this would be one of the best stories in gaming if more of these former Ubisoft developers just get together and form a new studio, find some seed funding, make a banger game, just sells woo-wah copies and just sticks it to Ubisoft. Like, imagine having like 5 different indie studios form from former Ubisoft studios, and they make 5 different banger games starting with Expedition 33, and they just form the anti-Ubisoft Voltron. A boy could dream. A boy could dream. That'd be a good anime. That's my Ubisoft story. We got an update on Avatar. Avatar: Last Airbender creator says AAA Avatar game wasn't canceled, promised new news in July. For those unaware, a couple days ago, a story came out that the AAA RPG that was in the works was canceled, and the creator saying, fuck all that shit, bro. Despite a string of promising announcements, the Avatar series has had a rough year so far. After the upcoming film Legend of Aang: The Last Airbender leaked online, news broke that Paramount Games had canceled a AAA Avatar role-playing game in the works at Saber Interactive. Paramount and Saber Interactive announced that the Avatar game back in 2024, instead of incorporating established characters like Aang and Korra, the action RPG was planned to feature a new story with players assuming the role of a never-before-seen Avatar. Its story was set thousands of years in the past in an unexplored area. Paramount said at the time, letting players be immersed in a vibrant world, master all 4 elements, and engage in dynamic combat alongside companions. Man, let it be Kyoshi. That would have been fire. However, despite confirmation from Sean Kittleson, Senior Vice President and Head Creative and Production at Paramount, that the game was canned, Avatar series co-creator Brian Canonizo says otherwise. In an Instagram post, he shared the album cover, art of the Last Airbender soundtrack, alongside a rant venting his a rant. Oh, hold up, nigga. We gotta do Instagram theater. What can we do for this one? Trying to think which one works for this joint. Here is the back cover, the inside spread from Jeremy, Atlanta Book 3, or Avatar Last Airbender Book 3 soundtrack. This is my favorite piece from the vinyl series. Illustrated by me using an awesome Avatar Studio Zuko pose. Fire Nation Palace production designed by Javin Blue and a production. Yeah. This doubles as an illustration of me behind the scenes every day working on the new Avatar content, fighting for the Avatar franchise, dealing with messes left over by thieves, not always at the liberty to air out our businesses and my grievances without actual knowledge, maybe chirping about that big video. This nigga said they chirping. You know white people mad when they start speaking like niggas. They said them niggas at Paramount was chirping. That big video game, that premise of which I came up, wasn't canceled. Did it experience a big setback? Sure. These things though, they're not easy. None of this is. Will it ever happen? Hopefully. Will it be better because of a reset? If I have anything to do with it, most definitely. This is all frustrating for you and me, nigga. Yeah. But if you can ignore the chatter, the bullshit, the chatty patties, and hang on just a little bit longer, we have lots of official news to share at San Diego Comic-Con, nigga. What are you talking about? Look at this shit. I can't express how fucking funny this is, chat. The creator of Avatar: The Last Airbender made a children's show about stopping imperialism. Identifies with the Fire Nation. This nigga's mad. This nigga gone Zuko on Paramount. He said, burn that shit. Oh, damn, I hate this shit. And jokes aside, I do feel for him. This is the shit I be talking about from a creative standpoint. It's important. We got to learn the Paramount CEO, man. It's important to learn who these suits are, because I cannot stress enough. I've never personally met an artist, whether we're talking about video games, music, TV, television, books, any form of art that you enjoy. I've never met an artist that wants to make a bad picture, that wants to paint a bad picture. Now, does that mean they didn't put their best foot forward and they still put out a bad picture? That's different. The point is, I never met one that wanted to make something bad. And unfortunately, in the gaming space, a lot of bad things are made for the simple fact that suits are greedy. And I know at some point it probably felt like I was being preachy or annoying. Oh, TBH, I don't want to hear about this shit. But I feel like a lot of stories like this are just coming out left and right, proving my fucking point. These niggas at the top are devils. That nigga Kanye is crazy, but he was right about one thing. No one man should have all that power. So it sounds to me like, based off the way, because this nigga's mad, bro. First of all, isn't he white? This nigga said they fucking chirping that Paramount about me, nigga. I heard shit around the boardroom, them niggas on my dick. That shit is just specifically to say them niggas in the boardroom chirping about me. Do you know how mad you gotta be? Like, that shit is fucking funny, bro. Like, yo, it sounds to me like he want to make dope shit, but they holding it back. No, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that. And meanwhile, I don't know if y'all seen, there's an article coming out that said that the hacker group that hacked the movie, they're trying to hack Paramount again. Apparently, a good portion of the new Avatar show that stars the twins from the Earth Nation is already done, and it's sitting in a vault. And apparently, they are trying to hack Paramount again and get that shit out the vault. If that shit happens, it's crazy, man. Shit's crazy. But hey, we need more AI data centers, right? We should give more power to them, right? You got to be the funniest creator, not gonna lie. I appreciate it. You got to have fun with it. Because let me tell y'all something, real shit, real life. I know niggas like to pretend like I don't put people on the game, but let me put y'all on the game. Something that I learned at a very young age is, because I do genuinely want, I hope that y'all hear the message that I'm trying to give too. One of the things that I learned, if you want to teach people, there's one sign that people actually understand something, right? If you truly understand something, you're able to break it down like a child to somebody so that you can meet them where they're at. The second thing is, if you really want to educate people, you have to set your ego aside and you have to ask, do you want to win the battle or do you just want to teach people? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to be 100% right about something and making sure they do it this way, or do you just want them to learn the situation? I've learned if you inject humor into the things that I talk about, you're more likely to receive the message. Now, should I have to do that? No, because most of you are adults. I've looked at my analytics. Most of you are between the ages of 25 and 35. But it is what it is, man. You put a little bit of candy in the medicine and eventually the baby takes the medicine. So, you know, hopefully people hear the message at some point, but I don't put niggas on. Basically, it's how you deliver the message. That's the point I'm trying to make. You gotta make it fun, man. Otherwise, we just reading articles like everybody else. You gotta have fun with it. Also, I enjoy doing stuff like this because I want to voice act more. So, and what else did he put, bro? Yo, that's fucking funny. Not only did this nigga post the Fire Nation, he posted the fire. Zuko getting closer. This nigga's hot, bro. This nigga about to burn the blue fire type shit, bro. And you know what I say? Burn it down, nigga. That's what I say. I say burn it down. Because honestly, I love the Joker and I just love anarchy. Last but not least, Valve will stop selling Steam gift cards at retailers because scammers are out of control. Paramount's leadership is dog shit. Yeah, before we move on, who's Paramount's CEO? Paramount CEO. Oh yeah, matter of fact, 2026. David Ellison. He joined January 18th, 2026. Let's see. I don't know this dude. This him right here? He looks like a piece of shit. He looks like Drago, Ivan Drago. Looks like a fucking robot, man. Nepotism kid. Is he really? Is he? Oh, Paramount leadership. Yeah. Yo, what is this? What's wrong with his face, bro? He looks like a potato, like as if a Tim stomped it out. Like, what's wrong with his face, bro? All right, listen. I feel like I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it because I really don't give a fuck. I feel like people do this shit, and I feel like people do this shit to their face because they're trying to look young. Like, he's got like Botox. Let me tell y'all something, man. What I'm about to say doesn't just apply to black people. It applies to everybody. All aging is every year you lose a little bit of moisture in your skin. The way you can stop that, or at least slow it down significantly, is you moisturize every day. Every time you get out the shower, put some cocoa butter on, some lotion, some oil. You don't, and then when you're 40, you don't have to do this, okay? I worked out with a woman I said this on stream the other day. I worked out with a woman the other day in a workout class. I'm 35. She's 36. I said, yes, ma'am, to her when I answered a question. And she said, why'd you call me ma'am? I'm not old. I said, I wasn't calling you a ma'am. I mean, I wasn't calling you old. I was like, this is how I speak when I don't know you. It's a respect thing, right? Yeah, eat your collagen. I said, it's a respect thing. And I said, plus, not only am I not calling you old, I said, I think we're like the same age. I was like, I'm 35. I was like, how old are you? She said, I'm 36. She said, I hate the way how young you look. I'm not gonna lie, she looks 50. Not to be mean. Drink water. Put some lotion on. Eat your vegetables. Don't smoke. Don't drink. Go to fucking bed. And stop stressing over things that you can't control. Because if you don't, one day you're going to wake up and start injecting yourself with spider venom. Because for those unaware, that's what Botox is. It's spider venom. This nigga looks crazy. Oh my God, this nigga, yo, these are the people in charge of our television and video games. This nigga look crazy too, bruh. Is it, what's the name about, ain't Spielberg about to drop that movie Disclosure Day? I'm not, hey, I don't know, man. Disclosure Day. Let me stop being an asshole. We shouldn't talk about it. You said Mr. Bean. So we now know David Ellison's. Who'd y'all say he's the son of? Y'all say he's a Nepo baby? This nigga's ruining our media, man. He's ruining our media, man. Oh my goodness. You said I didn't know the Batarians are real. He said the Batarians. That's fucking funny. Oh shit. Is that how you pronounce that shit? That's a fuck. I don't know how to spell it. There you go. Damn, they got Batarians at Paramount, man. We got to keep an eye on this David Ellison. Larry Ellison, actual demon who wants to wipe humanity off the face of Earth. I'm gonna have to look into him in my own time in my tinfoil hat shit. Look up all the data under the Ellison family. I'm trying to find the graphic. Nah, I'm not pulling up nothing on stream, bro. I'm not trying to, you know who. I'm not trying to get hit by you know who. I never been suicidal, chat. I never been suicidal. You know, when you get to like a certain point, you gotta be careful about what you say. I gotta do that research in my own time. Tinfoil shit, bro. You know who to watch. You know what country. Let me go to the sub box, man. Let me go to the sub box. Oh, wait, no, I'm bugging. All right, Valve will stop selling Steam gift cards at retailers over the scam concerns. First spotted by Don't Even Know Me on the PC gaming subreddit, Valve has updated its Steam store page with a notice that it's phasing out physical gift cards for the service, with the last one expected to go out of stock before the end of the year. Those cards will continue to be honored by Valve, though, and the company will continue to sell digital gift cards through the Steam storefront. Under the heading, I can purchase Steam gift cards at retailers, Valve has updated its language to say yes, but only for a limited time. Valve linked to an FTC page about gift card scams as a reason for the change. What kind of scams they doing? The Ellison family is one of the ones that owns Oracle and TikTok. Damn, they got all my information, man. Make sure your VPN on. Yeah, bruh. It's just certain family names. You got to make sure a VPN on if you want to search that shit. It's another family. They names start with the R, not the Rockefellers. The other one. You can't say that name. Heard a lot of people I heard you say that name and you get black trucks outside your house the next day. I heard you get black trucks outside your house. I don't want no problems, man. I don't want no problems, boy. Let's see. Gift cards for digital services like Amazon or Apple Music. Y'all guessed it. Apple Music have become a bit of a punchline as spam text messages and emails will often request them under fraudulent circumstances. Valve listed a number of anti-scam measures it has previously taken with its gift cards, but lamented that scammers have adapted. They continue to have an impact on Steam customers and other suspecting individuals. As Steam gift cards run out of stock at retail locations, Valve wrote, we will not be restocking them. We expect all retailers to be out of stock by the end of 2026, though we will no longer be selling physical gift cards. You will still have the ability to use your existing gift cards on Steam whenever you choose, subject to local laws. Scammers ruin everything. Has anybody actually used a Steam gift card out of curiosity? I've never bought one before. Y'all be at like CVS buying this shit? I feel like this is a lazy gift. I feel like gift cards are, except unless you get like a MasterCard or a Visa, like, and then you can just get whatever you want with it. I gotta have them.
I liked your recent video about history.
I have one, so that's probably for the kids.
Your storytelling was very engaging.
Who wrote that?
It inspired me to finish my video about the history of Reagan and black capitalism. Also, you have another Perfect Vibes album planned.
Who wrote that shit? Who donated? My bad, I missed it on the screen. Who donated? What was their name? Shout out to them. And I appreciate the words. I thought about doing more music for the Perfect Vibe shit. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna hold you. Before I even started streaming today, I was like a little bit frustrated on some human shit, just because like I feel like there's just not enough time in the day. You feel me? I got so many things I want to do. It was me. I appreciate you, Space Jams. I feel like there's so many things I want to do. And it's just not enough time in the day. And one of the things that like I've really dedicated to myself this year is like I'm showing up for myself. Like I'm not missing the gym, bro. I'm not missing the gym. Then I get out the gym and I gotta go do other stuff. People calling me. I gotta go this way, and that way. Run errands and shit like that. It's like, oh shit. Then I want to do something for myself. I want to watch the basketball game, but I also got to do this as my job. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll cut on the stream and just talk to y'all while I watch the game. I'd rather watch the game in peace because I don't want to talk all the fucking time. But you know. Anyways, you know what's funny? I've seen some people, for the most part, the comments have been overwhelmingly positive about my application for Streamer University. I don't know if I'll get in. I'm not really holding my breath on that. If I do, I appreciate them. If I don't, that's cool too. I appreciate you even looking. I did see a handful of comments saying that like they were like, oh, this is for IRL streamers. You can't do it. And like that didn't offend me, but it did make me like, I just see stuff and I'm just like, yeah, people are really getting dumber. Not only have I been a content creator for 18 years, you think I can't IRL stream because I play games on my stream? I hosted a TV show. Like I write comedy skits. I write documentaries. Like I make I make actual content. It's not hard to get unlimited data on a mobile hotspot and run outside and be a fucking degenerate. Like that's not a talent. I don't know if you guys know. It does take some technical expertise, 'cause I don't want to disrespect them either. And you do got to plan maybe a little bit if you want to do like more interesting events. But like the average IRL streamer, they're cutting their phone on, they have a battery pack, a MiFi, and they're just walking around harassing people, especially at kick streams, bro. Like, what are we talking about, bro? You don't think I can't go get a Starlink and do that same? I don't do it because I don't want to do it. But if I'm on that platform, I'll do it just to prove I can. Be like, I got comedy for you. What? I think they think everyone is Kai. Shit's crazy. Some of the people there last year weren't even really IRL streamers, but whatever. But like the reason I did apply is when I watched last season, I was like, oh, people were like shitting on it, but I was like, oh, I saw the potential in this. I was like, this could be like a Netflix Hulu show if he cuts it right. If I can get in his ear. But in order for it to be a proper like reality TV show, it needs structure. And I think Agent was the blueprint. Whether he was intentionally trying to do it or not, Agent was the only one that I saw that really did a real class. And like, if they have actual structure where they require the kids to sit down and try to learn from the teachers that are there, just for that part. After that, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But the actual class is sit down, shoot that shit, and then you cut it up. That's a TV show. But like, I do think that's why I applied. I'm like, yo, you guys maybe needed somebody a little bit older in your ear, because I'm not a fucking hater. I'm like, there's potential here. Let me help you out, bro. Didn't you do a reality show too? Yeah, I did a reality show too. So I'm on Netflix, nigga. Real shit. I was the most entertaining one on the show. Asking Kai to be professional is hilarious. Yeah, well, that nigga's reading books more now and shit. You never know. People, so here's the thing, right? I'm not gonna lie. That quote, every day that quote gets proven. I know you don't mean anything negative, like mean by it, but like there's a quote that says Gen Z and Gen Alpha would have never allowed Malcolm Little to become Malcolm X. That's real shit, I feel like, with some of y'all. It's called character development. You know people can change. He's already reading more, and whether you think it's real or not, he could change. I'm sure you've had some character development. You're not the same person that you when you was 15 or 16. I'm definitely not the same exact person at 35 that I was when I was 19. I don't sit in Call of Duty lobbies talking shit now. I talk shit to you bitch ass niggas, man. Oh shit. So you never know, bro. You just never fucking know, bro. But you know, I can go on there and I can try, and if it doesn't work out, cool. But at least I tried, you know. Yeah, well, I gotta be a bitch. I just be yapping. Come on, yeah, don't take it seriously. If you wanted to, you could coach them on the rebound, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like I can add some level of value to him, because I think I said this on the stream, and hopefully he doesn't get mad, but like the one time that I got to hang out with Phantom, we talked a lot off camera, and he straight up told me that, like, he was like, yo, you a really smart dude and like a down-to-earth dude. He's like, I'm glad I could talk to somebody like you, because I feel like I don't have no big bro. Everybody's looking to me on some shit. And he said the same thing with Kai. I was like, yeah, I'm not getting money like you niggas. Like, respect, I see what y'all grind, but I was like, yeah, y'all definitely could move a little bit better. You just need somebody a little bit older to guide you, that's all.